Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Yes, you saw that right in the thumbnail, guys. What a beautiful day in the markets. 2600, a solid day. We were actually approaching our best day ever, around 3100, and we gave some back off the top. I believe at best we were right over 3K, but we never really got uh, situated properly over that level. EPIX will come back to this one in a sec. Let's start off the day with that small losing trade that we had. Let's see, positions, SPRC. This is a stock I feel like I should have avoided altogether because I wasn't really watching at it, and I feel like over here I was just more so trying to push it. The other stock was halted, right? QNGY was halted, and I felt okay, maybe sympathy momentum, and so I had no background on the price action and hey, is this pullback looking safe? Besides this just dipping down and curling back a bit, I just tried to buy the highs, and I think I was a little too aggressive about it. And so, we ended up taking a loss, right? It just wasn't able to break out. It was a little top heavy, and, as mentioned, not paying enough attention to it to know, and have that feel as to what makes the most sense. So, took a loss here, SPRC. But at the very least, I told myself, hey, at least it was a decent setup. The 1 minute candle to make the new high is a setup that I usually would go for, right? I think what I could have done better also was to be in a lower 26 double bottom. I'm in 29 and 30, so I'm in too high. Yeah. So SPRC down 80 bucks. EPIX. This one comes up a little later in the day. At this point in time, I believe I'm up about 2,700, and we got some beautiful trades in here. It rips. I'm a little late to the party though, because you can see, 259, 1459 is where it really starts to move. I don't take trades until 1504 after this new breakout. So after it breaks 75, I believe my first couple of trades came. Let's see, 1504. Let's check this out quickly. Yeah, 1504. We're in at 85, out at 87. Starting with small size, just 800 shares. And we're back in at 93, watching for now break of 5. It didn't quite happen. We're back in, and you can see the spreads are also a little bigger, but we're back in at 502, coming out at 515. Not too bad. We try to attack the dip here with size, didn't quite connect. Bought back 94, 95, out at 98. And so this is as it made the high here and dipped down, on this pullback. What we wanted from this thing was another retest of the highs. It ended up not happening. And unfortunately, I got caught in this drop here and gave back a lot of profit. So we had a high of 5. It pulled back and gave a low of 71. I knew the drop could have happened, and I took one trade too many, just being too aggressive, and because I was in this thing at like 88, back out. Took this one last trade 85, looking for a quick bounce to 89, 90, and it's funny because before the flush even happens, I started the process of selling. My mind already said, my brain already said, hey, you're overdoing it, sell, get out. In that moment of me, the signals coming to my finger to click sell, and the moment of me clicking sell is the moment it actually starts to drop. So I was almost out, but I got a bad fill there. Essentially the bottom. From up to 30 to up just 37. So that was in at 85, out at 73. So not good, or up like 215 or something like that. I could have done better on it if I saw it earlier. This pullback here was not good to miss because, let's see, high of 70 and a low 57, 56. I could have been long down here. I was actually eating lunch. When I came back from lunch break, I kind of, so it happens. You can't catch them all. QNGY, the big stock of the day. So I have footage of level 2, but unfortunately my account number is like opened on the footage, so that's not good. So I can't show that. what I could potentially do for tomorrow, I can blur it out and maybe upload it tomorrow. If you guys really want to see it, let me know down in the comments if you guys really want to see. But I have content planned for tomorrow though. But anyhow, so if you guys really want to see it, just let me know in the comments. Maybe I can work something out. QNGY, right? And I don't know if I said this already, but hit the thumbs up button, guys. Be sure to support the channel. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. Uh, and yeah, let's keep going. So QNGY. This thing starts off and gave a beautiful uptrend, man. One of the best ones we've had in a long time. You know, right on par with EPIX, or maybe even a little stronger. Who knows? And I said in the thumbnail, you know, I missed out on a 3K day, not seeing EPIX, realizing it was able, the Thinkorswim enabled trading. And, you know, I just threw out a number out there, but you know, did I believe I could have made 3K on that stock if I had knew it was tradable? Or let's say if it was tradable from the very beginning of the day, you know, 4 a.m. If Thinkorswim never had that stock off the list and it was a stock that was on our watch list from the beginning, I think I could have done well. We've been in a good groove. We've been, you know, holding a little longer in some of the key areas. And so we've been seeing some more action. So, you know, let's see some of these trades, right? So we start curling up. We had a high of 208. This blue line resistance 208. I actually bought 5,000 shares here if you guys watch the live stream. And, you know, it wasn't the best trade, but I thought it was holding high against the resistance. For me, usually that's a sign that we're going to break the resistance. Came out flat, churned a little bit of shares here. And we started seeing gains after this first pullback. So we made high of 08, then 10. We finally dipped to 01. And that's where we started to, from there is where we started to rip. So buying those lows, getting in, and scalping a little bit. A couple of cents here, a couple of cents there, right? We got a high of 23. We micro dip, low of 13, buying 14, 15, buying 20. As we retest the highs at 23, buying 23, scalping the highs. We got to move to 250. It pulls back, a low of, and you know, this is where we start to draw our trend lines, right? You know, where's the entry on this dip, right? Previous high of day was 23. Low of the pullback is 33. So 10 cents away, not that far. You know, intuition comes into play. Are we holding? We're buying these areas here in the consolidation, selling higher. Likewise here, we finally get a push. The new high 87. We dip 75. We're buying, selling higher. And we tried to do this, right? We tried to do this over and over, and we did it in some of the areas, right? Other areas we got caught, but you know, that's how it goes. Next trend line at 56, we had a high of 68. It pulls back, and I missed a few of the pullbacks because the stock just kept going lower. You know, right here, low of 23. I'm in at 28. It goes as low as 11. I got chopped out, and when it gets to 11, I'm not certain if, oh my god, if that is the bottom. And so, hold on, let me close this window. Okay, it helps out a little bit, but yeah. Oh my god, that's annoying. Anyhow, yeah. I missed a few of the lows, and so, you know, we kept going, pulled back higher, and so forth. So that wasn't too bad. QNGY. I'm gonna have to restart this entire recap, man. How dare they? How dare they? How dare? So let's see. Hold up. Finally. Finally. We gotta move to the hills, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta move to the hills. So yeah. Can I get this? I'm gonna have to take off the show trades, to be honest. Settings, show trades. Yeah, the show trades are kind of getting in the way right now. So yeah, we moved up, right? And this is where we started to pull away, right? We got a push over 68. We dipped. I got chopped out of this one, as mentioned. We made new highs at 94. So missing the dip, but scalping the highs, buying the highs, buying the highs, buying the highs, buying the highs, selling higher into the push to 94. We pulled back a low of 37, right? We had 356 mapped out. It pulled back below that level. It's where the intuition kind of comes into play. Watching the active trader ladder down here, watching the level 2, we start to get a bottom, and we curl back up again. So not bad. And from lows of 37, we got a high of 82, right? Not bad. So it sells off. We get this flag, and this is where I thought we had the first real pullback, right? When we have a 5-minute pullback, I don't look at just one candle. I look at the entire sequence, and I believe it started at 950. And look at this bull flag, boom, right? Can we break out of the bull flag? First 5-minute candle to make the new high. This is textbook stuff, right? 326 lows, 325 lows, and then what do we do? First 5-minute candle to make the new high at 48. So entries potentially down here around the lows of like 30, 35. If you miss 30, 35, entries at 350 for the 5-minute candle to make the new high, and then we push to 382, right? Good old 382. And I felt like this was a double top essentially. 82 and 94, 12 cents away, right? Or yeah, 12 cents away. But being that we came all the way from 25, in my eyes, I felt like this was a double top. And so this is where I thought we had our second pullback. Now, in the context, we're still in this same zone, but I felt like this was a test of high of day with fair volume, and we didn't quite get there, right? So I thought this was the second pullback, and I felt like this pullback would have been strong because the green volume going up right here was much stronger than our red volume on this pullback, right? And so when you look at this volume now compared to the volume that's to come, which is here in this range, I felt confident that this should curl back up. Not confident enough because I didn't buy in and just hold like I should have been able to, because the flushes are real, and I had a lot of talks about the flushes today. I mean, even this, right? Let's say I'm in at 50s, right? The rest of them are in at 350, right? Let's see, this starts at what, 1020? We had a low of 333, right? If I'm in here, or even if I'm in at 335, right? I mean, we had the conversations. It's the confidence to hold, right? And not being so fearful. I was very fearful because, look at this. High of 62, low of 40. And these drops are so brutal. Wasn't willing to hold this entire thing. And I'm pretty sure I had entries in here. Watch this, like 1020, right? Let's check 1020 and see if we had entries. 1020. Watch this. Let's see. So this was before the drop. This is after the drop. So the low is at 33. Look at this. I got 500 shares at 37. Sold it early, 45. In at 37 again. Sold it early, 44. Not willing to hold it long enough. Not willing to hold it long enough. So, and also not confident to buy it with size, despite the indicator saying it's going to work. Fear. We have to be fearless and courageous. When we're fearful, we need to be courageous to overpower that fear, have that willpower, because ultimately I could have said, hey, RT, you're up on the day at this point, 1,500, right? Buy 2,500 shares here. Give yourself a 20-cent stop towards VWAP. All right, if you're in at 37, give yourself a stop towards VWAP. And, what's the difference there from 15 to 37? Yeah, about 20 cents, right? Let's just say 20 cents. Risk $500 for the potential for the stock to go back where? High of day, which is at 394, right? Let's edit this. Let's put this in a different color. 394. Let's pull up our calculator, right? Let's pull up our calculator here. So, what's the math right here? 3.94 less 3.37, right? 57 cents. Hey, RT, are you willing to lose are you willing to risk rather 20 cents to potentially make 57 cents? Yes. There's a 2 to 1 in there. There is a 2 to 1. So 20 cents, 2,500 shares times 20 cents is $500. That's the risk, right? 2,500 shares times 57 cents, I believe it was. This is the potential reward on that trade. So why not buy here and just hold the freaking trade? I'm scared, so I go to 500 shares and I'm not even willing to hold it. It's insanity. Do you guys see how many days in a row this happens to me? This is why anybody out there has the potential to be better than I am. If you can master yourself, let's say you master yourself by Monday mentally, you can take that trade with 10,000 shares, risk 2 grand, and potentially have the chance to make 5,700. It's just it's the beauty of trading though, because I know ultimately where I can go if I just master myself, you know. But it is frustrating that every day I kind of make this mistake. It's insanity. Every day, every day, every day. Fear, fear, fear. Too much fear. We gotta be fearless. And on the halt resumptions where there's so much more risk, I am so fearless. Why is it that on halt resumptions I'm comfortable, but then on a trade like this that makes so much sense, I'm not? Have I been burned too many times on these entries? Is that why I'm so fearful? Is there an emotional tie to it? There has to be, because logically it makes sense, right? So let's pull this over here. Let's pull this to the side. So we missed that trade. It does. And, you know, even here, if I'm in the 37 and I see this drop to 40, do I still hold to my stop? These are the questions. These are the tough questions. Do I still hold this to my stop at 315? Or do I say, hey, and more than likely, knowing me, I would have sold something here. I would have sold a little something, right? Maybe half, if I was even in there in the first place. But if I'm even holding the half or the full size and this happens and I see we're now just 3 cents above my entry, do I hold the entire thing and say, hey, I'm going to sell 315? Or do I cut the trade? And that's what's so hard about it, because, you know, look at what's coming up. Look at this. But anyhow, we rip from that low of 37 and we don't just get to 94. We get all the way to 450. It gives you an extra 60 cents of opportunities if you're willing to hold and unwind and add back and get back in. But so being that I missed the scalp, I did the dip. I did get back in and scalped some of the move here, and I believe this is what pushed us to 3K, and then we started giving back towards the end right here. Which drop did I get caught in? I don't think I got caught in this one. I avoided it. I want to believe I avoided this one. I got caught in a different one. Yeah, I avoided this one. I avoided this one because the rule of 3. The rule of 3. 1 pullback, 2. 3 pullback. 3rd pullback, right? This is the 3rd one. 3rd bull flag. 3rd bull flag is significantly weaker. Right? We can put a little thing in there too. Right? I know some people might look at this entire thing as 1 pullback, but for the simple fact that we came very close to high of day off these lows, I think this was a legitimate move. Right? Because if you imagine this green candle going up more, and then this red candle comes, we're still going to, you know, it's going to look more obvious, but I think this is still legitimate. Or if you want to picture it this way, imagine all of these green candles were just right below this one right here. We had this big flag, you know. That's how I kind of look at it. But anyhow, not too much to talk about there. You know, power hour, it starts to curl back up. And the lighter volume made it difficult for me to perform well here, because I had a hard time trusting. If there's volume, I can trust. With no volume, I'm hesitating, I'm second guessing, and so ultimately I missed the trades, right? one pullback, two, and then we go up here, and we kind of had the third pullback. It breaks out, and then it does a false breakout, right? So this was a good move. I think I lost money on this flush. This is the flush I lost money on. Not a lot, only like 180 off the top. But I believe we were at like 2600. We came back to like 2900 in this move. So we only made 300, right? As I mentioned, it was hard for me to trust and trade properly. Same thing. Trying to get scalps and if we dip, trying to get the dip. If I miss the dip, scalping again. Same thing over here, right? And if you guys want some more in-depth trend lines, right? Let's zoom in on this area here, right? High of day on this move, 365, right? When we dip down here, and this is what makes it tricky. Look at how low this goes, 348. Bounces, then hold. And for me, it's like this dip shouldn't really happen this low, but it's the market being so irrational, and so you gotta just try your best to use that intuition, because if sometimes you just put out the dips on the ladder, it could be trouble if it just flushes hard. You don't stand a chance. But if you're using that intuition, maybe you see that volume coming to the sell side, you wait, you get it lower. But anyhow, we curl over 74 here, we push, we then get a high of 418, and then you see how it's repeating these bigger red candles with bottoming wicks. That happens, we push again right here. If we zoom out, we'll look at this on the 5. Let's zoom out and see where we're coming at, right? Where are we coming to? High of day. Can I just get the top of those candlesticks? Well, I guess it's obvious enough, but yeah, we are coming to high of day. Come on. Right, 46. Let's edit that to 49. We are coming up to high of day, and so I got long right here. I'm watching at this right here. It dips down to a low of 401. I should have took it down there. It was hitting 05 over and over and over. Didn't take it, and I saw the volume spiking in, and it goes, I believe it started from like 408 maybe. It rips to 12, 16, 20. I'm like, no, this is going. I bought 24, 800 shares. It pushes to 35. But as mentioned, I think, either it's going to just go straight, or it slightly dips back to like maybe 20 or 18, hold high for a little bit, and then rip through the highs. That does not happen. Instead, I'm stopping out for a loss at $4. And now's the day, ladies and gentlemen. Now's the day. So just a combination of the scalps, trying to get the lows, attacking whatever I missed out on at lows, and just fighting my way to victory. One thing I've noticed is that I didn't really get to use size. So, and I'm saying that because in some areas I don't mind buying 3 times, 7,500. So what I want to do is maybe going with slightly bigger blocks, but I'll be careful about how I do it so that it makes sense. And I'll try to be a little bit more aggressive next time to hit the buy button twice. That way we can try and double up on some of the gains, assuming we're going to be seeing winning trades, of course. So guys, it's been a pretty epic day. It's been a pretty epic week. Not to spoil the monthly recap, because that'll be out next week, but we did have our best week ever in trading here. So I'm very proud of that. I want to believe this is my best week ever. And I think it just shows the potential and what we can really do, and how well we can do over time if we just keep working at it and keep getting better. This is our week. Monday 302, Tuesday 21, Wednesday 340, 347 plus another 18 over at E-Trade on this day. This is the day we had EPIX. This day should have been tenfold if the stock was tradable from 4 a.m. I'm not even going to say if I'd noticed it at that break of 3 around like 10 a.m. I think. I'm going to say if this was tradable like every other stock should be, and it was on our watch list like it should have been, I think this day could have been the day for, well, let's not say the day, but a day similar to these two, or if not better, right? Thursday, not as much follow through, but we traded very well, and then of course here today, we kind of did some over trading. I feel like so maybe we can cut out a few of the trades, but ultimately, great week. I'm not gonna go to the detail because I'll save that for the monthly recap. So stay tuned. Of course, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing. Guys, I go live every weekday morning at 8:50 and 9 a.m. That's the sweet spot. Eastern time, right? Eastern time, market time. So be sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Check out those links down below for the Momentic scanner, where you can get 50% off for one of the best scanners in the game, if not the best, right? This is the one I use. All the hot stocks, $37 for the full package, plus that discount, 25% off for 6 months. It can't be beat. There's no need to be paying hundreds of dollars for scanners anymore. That's just, to me, doesn't make any sense. Guys, stay diligent, stay focused, but remember, do not obsess over trading. We can come back Monday and have another chance, right? But until then, continue to be great, continue to be disciplined, continue to be better at other things, not just trading, spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything. Let's make sure to go out and put all that positive mindset out there, create good bonds, friendships, and everything that we can do, help others, because ultimately for me and what I've learned over time is that's what it means to just be great, to be better, to be disciplined, to be more, something more. So let's go out there over the weekend and enjoy that other job, that other business, the family, the friends. Let's not obsess over trading. Trading will be here on Monday, right? Let's make sure we take care of our health, right? Let's make sure we do what needs to be done to ensure success. And so with that being said, stay safe, stay green. It's been your favorite YouTuber. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you're watching to this point. In fact, you can leave a comment down below saying Benjamin, right? This is some prop money. Don't ask me why I have prop money. But yeah, guys, stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader. Did that even show in the camera? Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. I am signing out. Take it easy, guys.